What is up, guys? Sports Gamer 311 here, back with another video. And today, this video is probably going to be called "Why the 2019 New York Giants Have a Chance to Make the Playoffs." And I know it sounds crazy. A lot of things have happened. I made the video a few months ago, the New York Giants off season, where they drafted Daniel Jones, which wasn't expected. They traded Odell. They did not re-sign Landon Collins for some strange reason, which I still don't get. And when it looked like they were about to get rid of all their key pieces, and they traded Damon Harrison Sr. at the trade deadline last year, all of a sudden they just signed Golden Tate. I don't know what happened with that, but I have their schedule pulled up here. Cowboys, they're getting really, really hyped up this year. I don't really know why, because their team hasn't changed that much. Whatever. So the Cowboys, I'd say that's an iffy game. It's going to be close. The Bills, they can beat the Buccaneers. Yes. So far they're let's just say they're 3-1 right now. The Vikings, I'd say they would lose that game. And the Patriots, they would lose that game. So now they're 3-3, okay? Not great, not terrible. Cardinals, they win 4-3. Giants versus Lions, they win 5-3. Cowboys again, I'm gonna say they win one, lose one. So that would put them at 6-3. Jets, I say that they lose. So that would put them at 6-4. Bears, if you saw the game last year, I know that Mitchell Trubisky was injured, but I don't think that he's that great anyway. I don't really quite remember, but they either beat the Bears or they almost beat the Bears. No, I think they almost beat the Bears. Yeah. That game was crazy. So now I believe they're at 6-5. Yeah, 6-5. No, at this point they would be 6-6. Then the Packers, I'd say that they could beat, because the Packers have lost a lot of key pieces. So that would put them at 7-6. Eagles, I'd say that's an iffy one. I'd say it's the same thing with the Cowboys. They lose one, they win one. So that would put them at 7-7. Dolphins, easy dub, 8-7. Giants versus Redskins, 9-7. And then Giants versus Eagles, that would put them at 10-7. So with the division they're in, maybe the Cowboys win 9 or 10 games. Maybe the Eagles. It all depends on who does well in the division. You don't really know what's gonna happen. But if you ask me, I think that they can do well. And you might be thinking, well, Landon Collins isn't there, Odell isn't there, the QB situation is a question mark. Well, to the people who say that, and I agree with some of those points. Last year, at the end of the year, I know some teams don't play their best players, but for the most part, they were. Again, let's just look up the Giants' 2018 schedule. Let's just do that quick. One second here. So if we scroll down to the last few games of the season. So, yeah. Okay. So the Bears, they actually did. Oh wait. Yeah. It all started against the 49ers. They beat the 49ers. That was a very close game. I watched that game. I remember that. The Buccaneers game, that was a really good game. They almost blew that, though. The Eagles, again, was a very close game. But remember, so far they're 2-1 towards the end of the year here. And they don't have any of their star players. They're all, Saquon is obviously still there. But Odell is injured, Landon Collins is injured. So they're not there. And Harrison's already been traded off. He's gone. And the Bears, that's 3-1. Redskins 4-1. The Titans game was not great. That's an outlier in this end of the season push that they had. Even though they obviously weren't going to make the playoffs last year. So this will put them 4-2. Then the Colts, again, a very, very good team. It was very close. They only lost by 1 point. The Cowboys only lost by 1 point. So I believe that puts them at 4-5. Or no. Yeah. No, that would be 4-4 actually. My bad. I'm sorry. But still, if you look at that compared to the beginning of the year, when the Jaguars they lost, the Cowboys they lost, the Texans they did win, but Saints, Panthers, Eagles, Falcons, Redskins, and then all started to turn around that game against the 49ers. But I'm just saying, at that rate, like if you look back to the beginning of the season, I know Odell was injured multiple times this year, and multiple guys in the wide receiving core were injured all year. But Saquon was always that solid piece, and the defense played okay. Ogletree had a big year last year. I know this doesn't really describe a player, but I think his Madden rating is kind of disrespectful. A 72 for a guy who had like a 2 or 3 pick game last year. Come on. But I just mean, like, if you look at these games, like, they're all close toward the end of the year when they didn't have their stars. Like, even the games they lost. Cowboys, like I said, 1-point game. Colts, 1-point game. Both good teams. Titans, I'm not really sure what happened in that game. I don't know where I was, but I didn't get to watch that game. But even, like, the Bears, they won. Even the Eagles, that was a really close game. So, yeah, this is why the 2019 New York Giants will make the playoffs. And just a final closing statement. I don't know what Eli and Daniel Jones are going to do this year. You never know. Daniel Jones, he looked really good in preseason, but he might not be that good. You don't know. He might be amazing. I don't know. He could be Aaron Rodgers. He could be Nathan Peterman. Like, you never know with these things. But, let's see, what am I trying to say here? The quarterback is obviously a very key position in football, and you need a good quarterback to win. But I just think that the Giants are kind of going under the radar here. No, I'm not saying that they're going to win the Super Bowl, but I'm saying that a wild card spot is very much a possibility with this team. Because Daniel Jones can prove a lot of people wrong. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.